checked.
He got the switch. He's hit the switch.
Is there a bathroom? Yeah.
There's a bathroom back there. I was just waiting for it. I wasn't able to get into it, but all right, yeah. Make some noise for the comedians. I killed it. That was always awesome. That's the thing with Allen Action events. You're going to get more than just one thing. I know some people came from me and they were able to see comedians that they end up enjoying, and vice versa. It always works that way, which is dope. Shout out to the models too. But this next song is kind of the genesis about how I met Allen Action and why I'm here in Fort Plain, because I probably never would have came here otherwise. But Bud Fowler right there is a native of Fort Plain, New York. He was born here, and he was the first African-American professional baseball player. Contrary to what people think, it wasn't Jackie Robinson. In 1878, he actually made his debut, which is crazy to think about among many other players who played before Jackie also. We're not trying to take anything away from Jackie, we're just trying to pay homage to the other people that deserve their credit also. And this is a song I wrote based on the information I found out about him, because I didn't believe it when Allen met me in Harlem. We were at an event, a hip-hop event. I was supporting somebody else, and he's talking about this guy, Bud Fowler, the first black baseball player, and I'm like, man, this guy, he comes off as a little crazy in general, but then he's saying this, and I'm like, I don't know, let me look into it. And I looked into it, and it was all factual. There's actually a book on it, and he's being inducted into the Hall of Fame this year in July. So that hopefully we'll be back for that, which is pretty dope. And this is the song called Show the Way, based on Bud Fowler's life. We're paying homage to him. Check it out. Yo, Bud Fowler dealt with enough doubters, wondering how we handle corrupt power. That's why we gotta give credit and every props to him, cause the first black player wasn't Jackie Robinson. Did you know that? Neither did I. Turns out this whole time we believed in a lie for so long. That's why we're doing this song, cause of what he's overcome, and the truth is it's wrong. Yo, for the hope you gave, and the road that you paved for the bold and brave. Yeah, cause you showed the way, and you showed that you saved, and you told the day. Yo, for the road you paved, and the hope that you gave for the bold and brave. Yeah, so we chose today to bestow how you play, cause you showed the way. Yo, cause he deserves all the acknowledgement and homage. A problem that we left all his accomplishments forgotten. Bud Fowler, born John W. Jackson in Fort Plain, New York, is it what happened. 1878, he went to the majors. First African-American professional player. May 17th, pitched for the Live Oaks, Kansas, Ontario, at only 20 years old. Yo, for the hope you gave, and the road that you paved for the bold and brave. Yeah, for the souls you saved. It's a shame that your story's never told the praise. Yo, for the hope you gave, and the road that you paved for the bold and brave. Yeah, so we chose today to bestow how you play, cause you showed the way. From town to town, had to bounce around, all because the skin that's under his brow was brown, but never found a frown or get down and out. Cause on the mound he'd astound, they go pound for pound with any professional when putting games to excel. Both as a pitcher and position player as well, but yet it never seemed to lower his self-esteem, and ended up playing on over a dozen teams. Ontario, New Orleans, man, his played with separate teams in 70 states from Maine to Texas. Plus not to mention how it often gets, every day faced with awful taunts and threats, respected but rejected cause they're threatened by his essence, objected to his presence and eventually protested, and treated as if he ain't equal again. 1881 dropped before the season began. Forfeiters and sinners who act bitter cause they'd rather be acquitted than lose to a black pitcher. And that's just a little glimpse of what he's been through. Damn, imagine if there would have been you. Never deferred, always worked to persevere through the worst that he's endured through a 30-year career. Yo, for the hope you gave, and the road that you paved for the bold and brave. Yeah, for the souls you saved. It's a shame that your story's never told the praise. Yo, for the hope you gave, and the road that you paved for the bold and brave. Yeah, so we chose today to bestow how you play, cause you showed the way. Mistreated, even fine with fees, and spending time in the Negro and minor leagues with white players acting Fowler and Anaconda, refusing to participate with Fowler in the lineup. Instead of prejudice, giving his mind raised. That same year won 4 straight games in 5 days, which paved the way. Now it's later there would be in 87 up to 7 color players in the league, from Moses Fleetwood Walker to Frank Grant. But that's when segregation and taking a plain stance. Drew a color line, added hatred and deceit, unofficially banning all color players from the league. Then added necessity made it his dream to manage his own black pro baseball team. The Page Fence Giants, who would play with the pros and end up winning 82 straight games in a row. To blatantly show they clearly could compete with each other. Never knew this due to lack of certain media coverage, and this persisted for 50 years. Unbeknownst, but for most it could bring to tears. But through the pain he uncovered a lane which others have came, and did it for the love of the game. Just to show that your shade of skin shouldn't matter if you're great and you play to win. Yo, for the hope you gave and the road that you paved, for the bold and brave. Yeah, for the souls you saved. It's a shame that your story's never told the praise. Yo, for the hope you gave and the road that you paved, for the bold and brave. Yeah, so we chose today to bestow how you play, cause you showed the way. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, make some noise for Bud Fowler. And yeah, be on the lookout, man. He's gonna be inducted. Check him out too. There's this crazy story with a whole bunch of other players from that time period that hopefully we'll get some props. And I know I went to Hall of Fame last time I visited here, and they have like a whole section on the Negro Leagues, and they had a picture with him, and that wasn't there last time I was there. So I know they're adding stuff to it and doing the right thing to a certain degree, which is good. But I'm happy to be a part of it. I played baseball at Fordham University. Baseball was like my first love before hip hop. So it kind of felt right for me to do it, even though I'm a white guy, you know what I'm saying? But
keep it real, bro. Keep doing what you do.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys a lot, man. Made the trip worth it. This next track is another track Alan actually made me do, which is a little bit left field from that. This is, I don't know, it doesn't say it up here, but he's part of like a sugar daddy kind of website, and I have a song based on that theme. He gave me the acronym for sugar as sexuality, understanding, generosity, attraction, and reciprocity. And I was like, all right, I can do something with that. So this is what I did. I took a Big Daddy Kane beat and flipped it. I'm talking about sugar. Every letter as a property. S-U-G, let's break it down properly. Sexual understanding and generosity, plus AR, attraction and reciprocity. Here to give a little sex education to pass down to the next generation. Cause there's been some misrepresentation as to what it is, so let's get it straight then. I'm giving free knowledge without a service fee. Brought to you by Sugar Daddy University. Earn a degree in the psychology of body heat, or a master's in economics and biology. And if you're ready, then please log on to AlanActionSugarDaddyForme.com and stop spending all your time on chats. More respectable than any modern online app. And there's a stigma attached to cash. Producers say you can't be a sugar dad with class. Cause if it's natural, it's not transactional. And if compatible, equitable and rational. So go and find yourself a daddy of sugar. Found him a match after he happily took her to his palace to be treated as his majesty booker. Fact is most will probably look at her as sadly a hooker. But that story you've been given is half true, labeling it as illicit and taboo, presumptuously because there's money involved, and it can get funny with bras and these custody laws. But that's not quite how it's designed, and the goal is to make this lifestyle refined, because it often got confused with prostitution. So Alan Action contributed a solution, sugar. Every letter as a property. S-U-G, let's break it down properly. Sexual understanding and generosity. Plus don't forget the attraction and reciprocity. So help me carry on this major tradition to continue the chivalry that we gave to our women, which may include financial aid for your living. And if you study it for school, I'd even pay for tuition. Just pay me a visit, explain me your vision, and I'ma take you on a mission till it came to fruition. As far as age, most tend to be unfazed, and usually an older rich man with young taste. But as far as me, it's personally reversed. I'm younger and like my women over 30 preferred word. Plus I'm dead broke, hoping you'd be good to spot me. I'm just a writer, baby, looking for my sugar mommy. With standability and vibe is essential for relationships to thrive at the highest potential. So for those, I'm gonna break it down properly. I'm talking sugar. Sexual understanding and generosity. Plus don't forget the attraction and reciprocity. So for those, I'm gonna break it down properly. I'm talking sugar, every letter as a property. Sexual understanding and generosity. Plus don't forget the attraction and reciprocity. Here to give a little sex education to the sugar babies of the next generation. Cause there's been some misrepresentation as to what it is, so let's get it straight then. Sexual understanding and generosity. Plus don't forget the attraction and reciprocity. Sugar, yeah. And we actually did a video for that in New York City. We did a show at the Cutting Room and had a pretty dope car outside. A bunch of the models that were here tonight were actually in the video. Check it out, it actually came out pretty dope. Something different I normally never would have done, but you know. This one I never done. Check us out. Yo, we'll be the cancerous fiends on the hands and the knees of beautiful spiritual beings, bearing damage esteem. Hard for either, but it's better to be banished than bleed. Realistically, you're hoping that it lands in between. The standard's extreme, hand your cream to banish your dreams, which leads to gambling G's over fantasy leagues. I'm just different, giant Britons puffing cannabis leaves. I get lifted, non-existent, man, I can't even breathe. My stamina's weak, fighting through the pressures of this past. Still trying to make up for my lack of efforts in the past. Progressions within grasp if you lend it a hand. Pull you out of depression from the cement where you stand. Damn, start achieving plans, can't resort to seeking scams. Hard to be a man when you can't afford to feed the fam. Bad decisions got my ass kicked, I'm tax ridden. It's sad living in this cash driven class system. The way I see it now, we all is trying to find a purpose, whether it's in paper scriptures or within Bible verses. Learn to love and let go, let the silence surface before your time emerges and reaches its final verdicts. Cause I remember once everybody held your trust. You cried wolf too many times and now you pressed your luck. It's not that I'm calling you out, it's cause you dealt with drugs, and cause I love you too much to watch you just self-destruct. Man, you've been hooked in them shits ever since your collar broke. Oh, let me guess, you're out of pills, so now you gotta go. I watch you lose your prominence and not acknowledge growth. Watch the perks shatter more confidence than the college coach. Control your life, don't gamble it on the rolling dice. Do what you know is right, not what you're told is right. Stubborn humans always suffer an illusion. They could dunk up on a hoop but couldn't jump to a conclusion. Well, deception felt the stress and then they felt the tension. Struggle with their self-obsession, fell in love with their reflection. They closer to goals when you overindulge. Blowing coke up in their nose, throwing snow in the slopes. Live a little bit, passive and considerate. Quit acting like you're innocent. I'm asking cause I give a shit. And I'll admit that I'm a hypocrite, but at least I'm man enough to self-correct myself and stick to it. The way I see it now, we all just trying to find a purpose, whether it's in paper scriptures or within Bible verses. Learn to love and let go, let the silence surface before your time emerges and reaches its final verdicts. Cause I remember once everybody held your trust. You cried wolf too many times and now you pressed your luck. It's not that I'm calling you out, it's cause you dealt with drugs, and cause I love you too much to watch you just self-destruct. Yeah. Can we pause that for a second? Thank you, I appreciate that. Unfortunately, I feel like everybody can relate to this, but I'm from a town called Warwick, New York, and our nickname is the Pharmacy, because you can get whatever you want there. And it's not like an urban town at all. It's a very innocent looking white picket fence. Like nothing bad would go on there, but I have a lot of friends who aren't alive anymore because of overdoses and shit like that. Amen. So that song, unfortunately, came from a real place, and it's like a helpless feeling when you want to get through to somebody who's clearly taking it too far, you know what I mean? Like, I'm someone who can control it. Like, I smoke weed, I drink, or whatever, but I've never had an issue. But some people just, you know what I'm saying? Like, can't, and it's just, they're not here anymore, and they were only teenagers, some of them, so... That song called Self-Destruct, that's actually on the album as you guys picked up today, that track. So, yeah, not to get too deep, whatever. But, I'll do one more, is that cool? Or we're doing? Yeah, yeah.
Wrong one. Take two.
Okay, okay. What do you think? And let it go. Alright, called Audible real quick. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Yo, walk with me now. Yeah. Come on, yo. Walk with me now. Come on, yo, walk with me now, yo, yeah, walk with me now, yo, yo. I feel you in my body and I feel you in my essence. I feel you in my mind, soul, spirit, in your presence. I feel you in my conscience when you give the right directions. I use it like a compass so I take the right direction. I feel you in the rhyme in every word and every sentence. I thank you for my gifts, I appreciate your blessings. I thank you for my help and for each and every lesson. I've taken you for granted lately, these are my confessions. I lie, cheat, steal, not a stranger to the thievery. This is the relationships of people who believed in me. Friendships are faded with the people who most needed me. Not showing how much my family means to me repeatedly. So I ain't perfect, I'm as evil as you. The devil's after every one of us, we're equal, it's true. God, tell me what it is that you need me to do. I don't believe religion, but I'm a believer in you. You're the reason when I write and know to speak from the heart. The reason when I rhyme, my mics are rip these speakers apart. And I know at times I use your name in vain, God forgive me. Cause in the end I hope that I've affected people positively. Cause I don't wanna be with Satan no more. And I apologize for all my bad behavior before. Not a man of God cause I kneel and pray on the floor. I'm a man of God cause I follow the way of the Lord. God walks through the valley of the shadow of death, till my last step, till I've gone out of my breath. God walks through the slums and the boroughs and blocks. He's looking down on us all with a permanent watch. God walks to the rhythm and the bass of the drum. God walks with the man that one day I'll become. God walks with every nation, culture, color, and creed. Cause he can be in your life if you just allow him to be. Cause God walks. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you, thank you. I'm actually gonna do one. You said you guys are Wu-Tang fans, right?
Wu-Tang, of course.
You said some Wu-Tang fans? Alright, this one's for you. This one's for you specifically, alright?
My God. My God.
Wu-Tang, 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 Wu-Tang. So as I kick off the door with a dirty sick banger to take you from the 4th to the 36th chamber, with true master and RZA on the perfect break. Then the Wu Gambino, sister RZA and the purple tape. So chill for these doors built in your heart, chill the raw skill like in Park Hill with the guards build. So all real kicking some incredible sick shit. Beheaded by a sword made of metal this liquid. Besides raps like I took a silence vow, going wild with the dial in the Shaolin style. Microphones that don't pass, you ain't worthy to hold. Got soul like the bastard is dirty and no PCP. Be a low freak in the funk. Don't puff dust, but put a lot of keef in the blunt. It's the S-C-S-T-A-T-I-C for L-I-F-E. Ride, just a little something to give back to fans. Having them like, oh shit, that was Sam. So never I have rest, too terrified of death as I sever rivals' necks. I'm the rebel INS. Cause even though I know I'm not the popular one, I'm still phenomenal when rhyming like the prodigal son. Cause over daily instrumentals, I am still a beast. Weighing so heavy on my mental, I could kill a priest. A 60-second assassin, I got the will to win. But through forgiveness is the only way to kill a sin. You ain't got the ability or the skill to harm me. I got enough artillery that I could kill an army. Opponents haven't gone to war with their life since after seeing the sword that was forged by the 9th prince. Brother of Bobby Digital, as it would have it. Prince Rakeem to zigzag, RZA the Abbot. Bring the ruckus, I'll be forced to fight you. If you cross Jesus Christ, I'm the 4th disciple. Cause you don't understand what my soul represents. I've been a son of man since the Old Testament. Praises due to mathematics, our law. Earth, the moon, and Tony Starks capture classical thoughts. Never went to college, got an urban giving God degree. Knuckleheads on rainy days learning criminology. Persevere to persist, but making seamless. Giving zero assistance, cause I'm a genius. Helping men after they fall to renew strong. Hugged him a golden arm, said it's all up to you, God. Cause now I'm seeing me's more to me than breathing. Even more than chocolate deluxes and butter pecan Ricans. Yeah, when it comes to cream, I'm Dom cappuccino. Mix of war poetry like Killer Arms, Don Pacino. Camouflage, killer bees, swinging giant swords. Equip a silent, dirty weapon, we require wars. Shit is real, it's the cause we were faced with. Like Rugged Child speaking to the lost generation. The 8 diagrams combined as one. Iron Man holding up the iron flag with the iron lung. The grandmasters of recent verses. Underground jewels are hidden beneath the surface. Seek for purpose, cause God is within you. Regardless of anything, the saga continues. Spreading wealth to the poor to make the rich fail. Feeding off supreme clientele with more fish scale. Bullets ricocheting off a Wallace of shark skin. From pretty Tony Stark's skin lie the dark men. To rep for the whole city indivisible. An entity of principle, the witty unpredictable. The diary of a madman's what is coming to. 2 cups of blood, 2 blunts of butters to W. If you hear come the grave diggers, you're in trouble. 6 feet deep with the pick, sickle and the shovel. Inmates of fire, you can smell from the danger. Like Hellraiser, raising hell with the flavor. Severe punishment and certain disaster. Looks like the work of a master. Peace.
Yeah, peace it out, man. Amazing.
Wu-Tang forever.
SC Static. Okay.